Hello and welcome. My name is Matt Finnegan. You're watching a Soccer Insight betting preview brought to you by betting-insight.com. We're looking at the Super Sunday game between West Bromwich Albion and Arsenal. But before I get into that, I just want to quickly mention, if you like our previews, please do give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. If we reach 100 subscribers, we can broadcast live, and we would love to do some market analysis quite close to the actual games. These are recorded well in advance and prices are subject to change, so if you like our previews, please give us a thumbs up and we can do some live broadcasts and live analysis of the markets. But let's get into this game and look at the OP index. Arsenal, we rate them at 2.1, West Bromwich Albion 3.85, with the draw at 3.7. Now both teams are going into this game. Arsenal are in exceptional form, all wins from their opening day defeat. West Bromwich Albion have bounced back into form. They couldn't score at the beginning of the season, but a couple of good wins and fantastic result last time out at Old Trafford. So they will be buoyed by that. But looking at the head-to-head record over the last few seasons, it's been Arsenal all the way. 3 wins and a draw since West Bromwich returned to the top flight. So there's possibly going to be a lot of confidence behind the Gunners and I think the bookmakers will take no chances with their price. Let's have a quick look at the Betfair prices. Now this is taken quite early in the week, and you can see that Arsenal are trading just above 4 to 5, 1.81, 1.82. Now that is exceptionally short when you measure that against our tissue. So the value here is in the draw or West Brom. There's great value in this match on those sort of markets there. Plain and simple. If you think West Bromwich will get some kind of result, you lay Arsenal. You're getting value against our tissue prices. So let's have a look at the match factors and what you can sort of look at if you think either team is going to get a result or win the game. Well, let's look at the home side first. If you think West Bromwich Albion will get a result, just lay Arsenal on the betting exchanges. You're getting around 5 to 4, 2.25 for Arsenal not to win. That's great value. We rate West Bromwich just over 11 to 4 to win the game. So if you don't think that they're going to lose and they're going to get some kind of result, it's odds against. You may want to sort of consider that. And one option that you could look at is West Brom to score, and you should be looking for around about 4 to 6, 1.67, and that's 16 plus minutes. So it's ignoring the first few minutes, but after 15 minutes, if they score after that, that's the minimum price you should be looking at. And for this, Arsenal will offer chances. So if you don't want to sort of get involved in taking the Gunners on, if your thought process is West Brom could do well, but I'm not quite sure what to get involved, then you may sort of consider that if you can get 167 or even above on 16 plus minutes, that the first goal of the game that West Brom score, it comes after that. A speculative bet is neither team wins the race to 2 goals. That you should based on the odds that I'm seeing, certainly on West Brom, around about 2 to 1, 3.0. Now what you're sort of saying here, that there's not going to be many goals. Now Arsenal games are at the moment producing a lot of goals, but sometimes it pays to swim against the grain, and this is what you're exactly doing with this bet. It is very, very speculative. You're sort of saying that Arsenal are not going to score more than 1 goal and West Brom are not the same. Neither team is going to win that race to 2 goals, and you're going to get you should be looking for a minimum of 2 to 1, 3.0 on that outcome. Arsenal, well, the options there if to win a result, they're no value, and this is going to limit, it's going to limit your options if you want to back them to take all 3 points. That's way short. We rate them at 11 to 10, okay, 1.8. And your alternatives here, really, if you fancy Arsenal to win, is you've only not really got that much winning margin option. That's going to ramp it up to around about a 5 to 4, but even that is quite skinny considering they're away from home. It's not that much more than our index sort of price. So you're very, very limited. My advice would be, if you really strongly fancy Arsenal to win, is to look for other alternatives, possibly play in the goals market rather than actually playing in that market. It's one of those you're just going to have to sit out, I'm afraid, because there's not really any sort of unless you want to be really speculative. And one way of doing that is with the winning margins market. Okay, so we'll just have a run through those options on this game. You could Dutch Arsenal to win by 2 or 3 goals, and that's 5-2. That's really ramping the price up. And what you're saying here is that yes, they're going to win the game. They're going to win the game by more than 1 goal, and they're not going to win it by 4. That's going to be your thought process. That's ramping the price up to a 5-2 shot. And it really boils down to how confident you are in Arsenal taking all 3 points. Like I say, you're going to get better than 5-4, but it's very, very close, touching 1-2. I wouldn't put you off taking that if you want to do that. I always think that possibly in this game you're not going to take the 3.9 on Arsenal to win by 1 goal, because I just think that they do create a lot of chances, and they can quite easily running 1 or 2 goals sort of margin quite easy, even a 2 or 3. So it depends on how strong that you feel Arsenal will win the game, and I think the winning margin is probably your best route into the market and price ramping up from that point of view. Now, we've already established West Bromwich Albion a great value anyway within the sort of the exchanges. So the best thing there is, if you think they're going to win, is back them to win, just to win the game. You don't need to get creative sort of dutching certain outcomes there, but like I say, you're getting 5-4, 2.25 on Arsenal not winning the game, West Brom and the draw. So it's not bad. Let's have a look at the unders and overs, and quite surprisingly here is that overs over 2.5 is a little bit of value. Arsenal games and West Brom over a period of time have produced quite a lot of goals, not necessarily when they're playing each other, but when they play certain class of team. West Bromwich being a class 3, it's really produced a lot of goals. So at 173, 8-11, you're getting value there, but that's going to move out during the first few minutes. So do take the opportunity possibly to have a look at the game before revealing your hand. On the 3.5 goals market, it's pretty bang on the unders, 1.45, and that's not bad if you think the game's going to be tight. Almost 2's on 4-9 to be exact there. It's not bad sort of value. It's right pretty much on a button, and likewise with the under 4.5 goals. So basically the market is, with the bookmakers, suggesting a lot of goals, and the want to keep under that, swimming against the grain in this match is going to be siding with unders and the lack of goals. That's where it's going to be. But like I say, you've got that added bonus, that surprise, that over 2.5 goals against our OP index is value. Finally, let's have a quick look at the in-play stats. Now, matches 0-0 at 25 minutes. There's a 47.3% chance of a goal before half time. So you're looking for odds against on 0.5 goals at this particular sort of time, and 0-0 needs to be odds on before sort of taking that on, laying that on the exchanges. There's a 75.8% chance of a goal being scored in that 45 minutes, 25-70, and if it happens, it's more than a 4 in 5 sort of chance that another one will be scored. So that's all games, not just games that are 0-0 at that time. It's all games a goal before 25 minutes as well are included in these stats. And finally, 64% chance of a goal come in, the last goal of the game, after 65 minutes. So you need to be back in at 156 or above, and I think the price will probably be around that price at that time. Okay, it might be a little bit high, you might get 160, but it's generally going to be around that price at that time. So that's it from me. Hope you found this video informative and useful, and I'll speak to you very, very soon in another video preview. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.